So you want to talk about videos that are going to have absolutely zero audience? Welcome to this one, where I'm going to talk a little bit about my opinions on Venom, which I just saw, and Easy A, which I just saw. This is the epitome of my channel, kind of. Because this is the most niche video I will ever make. I'm sure the crossover of people who wanted to see a Venom review in 2018, the day of release, and the people who wanted to see an Easy A review, 9 years after that movie came out. And I'm sure that it's a very, very rare type of audience member, but here we go. Okay, Venom is crazy. I am talking about Venom. Venom is crazy. The best way to describe it, because I don't want to spoil it, I want you guys to go see it, because it's very fun, especially if you have a fun audience. But the movie itself is not very good, but it's a very fun movie, and if you're into Nicolas Cage, I think you're going to just adore it. I think that Tom Hardy is the new Nicolas Cage, or at least he's gunning for that position with this movie. Because the best way to describe Venom is 10% Venom, 90% Tom Hardy being weird. And that might sound like a bad thing initially, and it kind of is if you wanted a Venom movie, but if you just wanted a fun time at the theater, I can tell you Venom delivers. Tom Hardy is insane. He goes full Nick Cage. He goes full just total insanity. I can't tell you, I don't want to spoil even a single crazy thing he does, because he's just constantly doing crazy things in this movie. So that's my recommendation for Venom. I do recommend Venom. Now, I can't recommend Easy A, which I just watched too. This was a movie I had heard about for a while, and I always kind of assumed I'd probably like. I'm into the coming of age, high school teen movies, stuff like let's just talk about stuff I've publicly endorsed on this channel. Lady Bird, I guess it's the only one I've done on this channel, but but I Mean Girls, Lady Bird, The Heathers, if that counts. The Breakfast Club, just John Hughes stuff. I love these kind of movies the way back. It's one of my favorite genres. It's probably my second favorite genre next to horror movies. Is coming of age comedies, probably. At least it's up there. It's in my top 5. But regardless, I always kind of assumed I would like this movie because I like Emma Stone. I like Malcolm McDowell. And I actually didn't know this until I started the movie. When the movie started, I saw that Lisa Kudrow and Ali Mishalka are in the movie. And for those of you who don't know me, which is most of you, I'm sure, or maybe all of you, because like I said, this video is not going to do well. Such a weird combination that maybe only people who I know would watch this. But I love Band Slam. It's a 2008 movie that I plan on doing a Niche and Nice full-on recommendation episode for. So, look out for that eventually at some point in my life. But yeah, this movie's kind of a mini Band Slam reunion in that regard, that those two are in a movie together. So, they had that going for it, and it just doesn't work. Man, the best way I can describe Easy A is, all of the criticisms that people had about Juno, people who didn't like Juno, all of the criticisms they had about that movie, which aren't true, by the way, at least in my opinion. I quite like Juno, but but everything people said in regards to disliking Juno is how I feel about this movie. I feel like this movie is what people claim Juno was. And I don't care to elaborate too much on that, to be honest. I kind of just want to leave it there. Interpret that how you will. I'm gonna make this 5 minutes. All right, that was a weird video, but recommend Venom. Don't recommend Easy A.